do it. This a rhythm like a lock down the street. So we chop it, so we do it. This a when you come feel lock down the street. Alright, so we chop it, so we do it. Lock down and we a lock down the street. So we chop it, so we do it. This a when you come feel lock down the street. All I'm full of, we go play back again. And everybody say, yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of, we go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of, we go play back again. And everybody say, yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of, we go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of, we go play back again. And everybody say, yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of, we go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of, we go play back again. And everybody say, yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of, we go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. So we do it. This a rhythm like a lock down the street. So we chop it, so we do it. This a when you come feel lock down the street. Alright, so we chop it, so we do it. Land down and we a lock down the street. So we chop it, so we do it. This a when you come feel lock down the street. All I'm full of, we go play back again. And everybody say, yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of, we go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of, we go play back again. And everybody say, yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of, we go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of, we go play back again. And everybody say, yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of, we go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune. All I'm full of, we go play back again. And everybody say, yeah, 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 yeah. All I'm full of, we go play back again. See them tackle up the big tune.
What's going on, folks? Welcome aboard the FSBN channel. My name is Jason, and we are in the ramp here, Jacksonville, Florida. We're going to be heading over to, where are we going? We're going to Louisville. As part of our cargo ops, our cargo run here. We got no paint yet on the aircraft, but we should be getting going. Those in the chat, do me a favor. Say hi, let me know where you're from, or just checking in, and let me know if you can hear me. That's the big thing. Colbster13 said, I'll be your ground controller. Hey, I'll take it. Sweet. That's going to be fun. Looks like Jax is online. We have Jax Ground 121.9. We'll definitely tune in here in a minute. I'm going to get these glasses on. They help kind of break the blue light. This is probably our last trip. Well, one of our last trips for October, and then next week hockey season starts, and we're going to be running the MD-88, or MD-83 really, up in the Rangers and flying the entire Ranger schedule this entire season as we have done the last 2 years. Sean says 5x5, excellent. So let's get in here and let's jump in. Now we're simulating. We just came in from Miami. We've landed. They've offloaded the aircraft. We're going to go ahead and jump in here, and we're going to get the show on the road, and we're going to start right now with the fuel. The first thing I need to do is sign into my ACAR system, because if we don't do that, when we're going to be in trouble, right? We want to get paid for this flight, so we're going to make sure we got about 45,000 pounds of cargo, pretty much full on the airplane. And we're going to click start. Let's see what happens. Cross your fingers. That is working. All right, let's do it. Weather en route looks pretty good. There's some weather just to the north of us out of Florida, out of Jax, but nothing really major in terms of, there's some turbulence, bumps, stuff like that on the climb, but it should be a little gusty here in Jacksonville. Shelton, I've got one for you too here. He says, good evening, Captain 5x5. Hope the week was awesome. Why was the snake coughing so much? He had a frog in his throat. That's pretty good. I got one for you too. I was going to tell you a pizza joke, but it's way too cheesy, so we're not going to go there. That's pretty good. Now, we always start with a dad joke, so there's a dad joke. Pretty good stuff. You got to laugh at that one. I think that's awesome. All right, let's get to weather in Jax, and then we'll get the fuel on board. And I've been burning the EPU for about 30 minutes, so you can see. Well, actually, we should have one pump on here, so I'm just going to have work this pump on. And it's been draining out a little bit. It's not too bad, though. Let's do this. We've got the weather, Jacksonville, right now is 03012. And I'm going to write this down. Visibility is 10 miles, scattered clouds at 1,300, looks like. And then we've got a broken layer at 11,000 there. Then another broken layer, 25, not worried about that. Temperature 26, altimeter, or excuse me, 2623 for temperature dew point spread. And then we've got altimeter 3008. So, Colbster, do you want me to tune in? Yeah, good one. Do you want me to tune in to your frequency? You're going to send a PDC. Completely up to you. I can call you, or you could send a PDC if you want. I don't know. All right, so let's get that. We've got the fuel. I've got the fuel written down. Let's go ahead and call for the fuel truck. We're going to be taking about 26-something thousand, so we're going to crest refueling here. Get that rolling, and I'll show you kind of what we got. I got to pull this up just really quick, and I'll show you our pre-flight and what we expect. We're expecting 45,000 pounds of cargo, and with about 20, we're forecast 26.1 on the fuel. So about that, 26,000 pounds. So that's what we're going to be uplifting when the fuel truck comes in, and we'll start getting that going. So right when the fueler arrives, we're going to be rocking and rolling through here. Here comes the truck. And then once the truck gets in, we'll start loading the aircraft. We'll do our pre-flight, and we're going to get the heck out of here. How's that? Just go ahead and give me a call. I'm not doing PDCs currently. Okay, good deal. FLN Aviator, what is going on, Ryan? Hopefully your week was well. Looks like the fueler's ready to go. We're going to get some fuel on the aircraft. Don't load just yet. They're probably hooking up and everything else on the aircraft, and I cannot wait. Okay, we're going to use our fuel system right here. So what we're going to do is press the play button, and that is going to start loading in our fuel. Okay, so you can see how the fuel is starting to tick up. There we are. So while it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and load cargo. We're going to go ahead and call that. Now we're taking, Jacksonville is USPS's one of their hubs. So we got a hub in Jacksonville and a hub in Newark, New Jersey. And what we're doing is taking it to Louisville, getting it dumped off on UPS, and then we're going to fly up to Newark probably next month, I'm thinking. Or I might do that and film it. All right, let's do this. Request boarding. There we go. By the way, if you're new to the channel, folks, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button if you are a subscriber. Just right now, hit the little thumbs up like button. Push back tug now. No, we don't want to do that. Do you want to board crew? Nobody. We're on the aircraft. All right, so we're getting the fuel pumped in. That's going to be good. You can see it kind of moving up here. This is our fuel. We'll make sure our fuel is good to go by the time we get there. And let's do our pre-flight. I'm going to start with the overhead on the captain's side, and we'll go from there. Remember, we did all our tests coming in, so we really don't have to do any testing like we normally do. We're going to throw this to RTO. And then I'll call and get the clearance here from ground shortly. Stall's good, just coming up. Everything's capped on that. Alternate's good there. That's good, that's good. No smoking. We're going to throw that on. And then that's on. Coming over here. Window heat, we'll turn those on here right about now. And we'll get those on for the windows. Again, we don't have to do all these tests. You don't have to worry about any of that because we already did it. That's off until we start the engines. We'll go in and get it. We're on off right now. And we'll, again, go TARA when we get there. Let's get our clearance in just a minute. Here we go, folks. Here I am again, going all the way around the horn, trying to figure it out. All right. Now, with this panel, you got to work down and work up. That's kind of how we have it here. So we're going to go open, open, open. One pump on. Everything else is good, and we are getting fuel. Good deal. We've got VHF 1 on. Those are good. Pumps, you can throw one of these puppies at the on position. That's going to be the B side. We'll throw one B system on. We've got pressure coming in right there. You can see how the pressure's working. And you want to make sure your quantity is in good shape. Oh, bang, bang, and bang. We're good to go on that. And, of course, the A systems are on. But those are engine-driven, so you don't have to worry about that. We've got normal over here. Let's go ahead and check out the... again, everything worked before, so I'm just going to throw test. I'm going to test the vibes. Good vibes. And we are going to do this. So we're going to 33,000 feet. Let's see if I can get you a better view of this. Probably not. Let's drop into here. Go like this. And then kind of show you a little bit close up, maybe, of the panel. Now, this is your normal stuff. There's 33,000 feet landing altitude. Let's go and check that really quick. My goal is to be out of here in about 20 minutes. So I kind of want to be jetting out of here pretty soon. What is it? 33,000. We're looking at a landing altitude of about 500 feet. So we're going to just throw this thing. Not that one. Inner scale. Let's go this way. We'll go up 500. Probably could have went to 1,000 and dropped it down from there. It's 6 is one way, half dozen the other, apparently. All right, there's about 500 feet. And take a look at this. If you go 33,000 up here, 4.4 on the cabin altitude. So you're going to bring this down to 4.4. And then we're going to take that standby rate. We're going to drop it all the way down. 4.4. Good. And we're just, whoops. And we're going to bring this all the way down to the decrease as low as it's going to go. Right there. Good. 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 Ground. Good. And then let's go up on the panel. There we are. So we just went there. We're going up on the panel. We got main supply here. We're going to go open all of these doors. Go open, open. These are your packs. You got to get those open. They should have been. You got to do this manually, folks. Kind of a bummer that way. You want to get these doors open and the pack starts to open. Good, good. And we do have packs on, right? So the packs are running right now. And you can see we've got bleeds are open. Actually close on this one. We can open this. And a Gasper fan should be on. Normal flow. Done. Passenger system. We'll leave that normal. This is cut out. Good there. Again, we've checked all this. Don't have to worry about that. And we're on APU. Transfer 1. Okay, galley is on. Doesn't really matter for the galley power just because it don't matter. And APU. All right, I'm good with this. Let's just take a look at the APU. Just make sure. Yeah, APU is on the bus. We're good to go. The doors are open right now. And we should be. Yep, we're loading up some cargo. Now, this is a brand new version of the airplane. If you could tell, the engines have now stage 3 compliant hush kits. So that is definitely cool. We'll do a walk-around inspection after we get our clearance. So let's go ahead and call for clearance. get your clearance, and then we'll go from there. Jack's ground 121.9. We do have the weather, but let's go into tune the ATIS 125.850. 125.850. Let's go ahead and flip that over and let's take a look.
Temperature 26, 2.23, altimeter 3008.
Curtis, how are you?
Simultaneous approach is in use. ILS approach to runways 8 and 14 in use. RMP approach is available on request.
All right.
Departing runways 8 and 14. VFR aircraft take direction of flight. Push and start at pilot discretion if able to push into non-movement area. Retake all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information calls.
Okay, Golf is the information. It should be 0601210, and I just got a message from Jack. So
Airport ATIS information call 2356 Zulu. Web 036 at 12.
Yep.
Visibility 10.
Yep.
1,300 headers.
Yep.
Ceiling 1,000 broken. 5,000 broken. Temperature 26. 2.23. Altimeter 3008.
Okay.
Simultaneous
That's
approach is in use. ILS approach to runways 8 and 14 in use.
All right.
RMP.
So what we've got, Jax just hooked us up. Thank you, buddy. He said, hey, just be aware we got to change our altitude to even. So I'm going to elect to go a little higher. We'll go 340. I don't want to go lower on this one. It's about an hour and 30-something minutes, so we can go up to 340. So I'm going to change this to 34. And I might have to refile. Let's see. 3.4 cabin altitude now is 5.2. So let's go down 5.2. Set auto. Okay. Good deal. Let's give him a call and we'll check our fuel. Got to do all of our paperwork and we'll go from there. Jax 121.9. Let's give him a call. 121. Now, what's really cool is we've just got approved, Coastal Airways just got approved as a VATSIM partner airline. So that's cool. That's big news for us. That means we don't have to use the shoreline anymore. Hopefully they can see it. And I don't know, maybe you could tell me if you can verify that it says Riptide on it. I hope it does. Jacksonville ground, Riptide 5900, looking for IFR over to Louisville.
And Riptide 5900, Jacksonville ground to below. Your cruising altitude is incorrect for your direction of flight. Here do you want a 340? I'll go ahead and change that for you real quick.
Awesome.
Other than that, we got your IFR right here if you're ready to copy.
Yeah, ready to copy.
All right, in Riptide 5900, you are cleared to the Louisville Airport via the Bristol 1 departure, backseat transition, then as followed. Maintain 3,000 feet after departure and expect flight with 340, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is on 135.925 and squawk 3276.
All right, good deal. We've got Bristol. Okay, we got the Bristol 1 departure and looking up to 3,000. We got 135.925 and 3276 in the box for Riptide 5900.
And Riptide 5900, can you repeat the squawk one more time?
3276.
Riptide 5900, readback is correct. Start is at your own discretion. Call for taxi, expect runway 14 for departure.
Ooh. All right, 14 is a shorty, isn't it? 7,700. Okay, push and start are ours, and we'll expect 14. We might have to change it to 8 if that's possible.
Yeah, no problem at all. Just give me a call and we can get that changed if you need.
Okay, Roger. Thanks. All right. And the reason why is because we're pretty, at the heavy side. What we'll see if our numbers can do it. So we'll plan for that, and then we'll go there. Okay, we got 34,000 hooked up. We are good. What we filed. The only thing that's different is the altitude adjustment. So we'll change that. We'll throw our squawk code in there now so we don't forget it. And we got about 11 minutes to go. So let's go ahead and put a squawk in. And this is a 7.2, so it's above your head. And we're going to go 3, 3276. 3276. All right, 3276 is in. That's good to go. And by the way, folks, if you're watching this, you see me do something stupid, just let me know. That's what you're here for too. All right, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna go flight plan. I gotta remember this. We're gonna go
ground, frontier
import.
You're pressing,
we're gonna import from the sim brief. We are gonna change the altitude.
Aircraft calling.
Yes.
Clearance and request your number 1, standby.
Curtis, what's going on, buddy? And Ryan, you said one of my shifts at the FBO evening shift, except for Fridays, are mid shift. Okay, cool. We had 2 charters in the middle of the day. Curtis, how are you? 1 more tomorrow, 1 Saturday. Fortunately, I'm not doing either. I did my 732 charter for the week. Gotcha. Maxwell says, Jason, you see the pre-release of the iFly? It's really cool. Yes. And you will see the Max on this channel. I'll fly it here shortly. That's coming out soon, so we are going to definitely take a look at it, and we'll do some review on that. We'll see how it goes with the Max. Never flown a Max yet, so it's going to be, should be fun.
Jacksonville ground, we got your IFR advisory to copy.
Okay, we're doing the Bristol one. We're just going to make sure we've got it. We've got Tree.
292, you're cleared to the Philadelphia airport by the cross to departure.
Bristol.
Then as followed.
Yes.
Maintain 3000, expect flight level 39010 minutes after departure.
We're going to change this altitude to 340.
925 and squawk 6565.
Wait a minute. Sorry, I want to go 3, 4,
departure with for transition
1, 2,
maintain
3,
3000, 39010
enter.
west departure, frequency 3592, squawk 6565, frontier flight 92.
I wonder if I could just do a cruise. I don't think I can do a cruise.
292, readback is correct, push stars at your discretion, call for taxi, expect runway 8 for departure.
If somebody know a shortcut on this, because I haven't done that yet, where, you know, I've changed it, so I'm just going to type in 340. And here's a little tidbit for you. You can't Google it, but there is a little town called Lexington in Kentucky. We're going to Kentucky. All right, we got some restrictions on the way down. Let's go ahead and take a look at this really quick. So we got the Bristol one. What we'll do is take off probably 1-4. We'll see how the numbers look. We're going to go to Tree. All right, and then we're going to go to Bristol, Baxley, and then from there, let's see what we've got. We got Bristol, Baxley, up to DBN. Yes, Dublin, and then Foothill, Tacoma, which is ODF. Then Volunteer, which is pretty much right over Atlanta. LaFox, and then inbound. So right from there, it's going to be the arrival. And we've got Cofley, Elbrush, Cobbs, Soda, Liddell. It might change, okay? So it depends on, right now they're landing south. So this has us going, let me see, this has us going with different arrival. We're doing the, let me look at the arrival really quick, folks. Before we make any adjustments, let me just make sure we're good to go here. Liddell 1 we're doing. Well, that's Roger Liddell, or that's not Roger Goodell. It's what the heck is it? Oh, Star. All right, Liddell 1. He was a coach, wasn't he? Okay, we got Liddell. Then we should go Soda, Louis, Rhoda. Yep. And then from there, we're going to go to Stens, McCall, and then flip around, and Hannah will land southbound. That's good. I like it. So good plan so far. I like that right there. Over here, I'm going to click back, and I'm going to click default nav. I'm going to change a few things. I like the distance. The wind is good. Ground speed's good. This is distance between tracks and then estimated time. I'll keep that the way it is, and we will go up like this. I like to keep my legs here, or we could flip this over here to legs on this one, or a flight plan, and then we can go over here and throw the map on that one. So it's completely on how we want to do it. But Anyway, that's it. Let's go ahead and crank out some numbers now, and let's see what we've got. Are we still loading outside? Nope, we're done. We're buttoned up. Okay, we're going to get this thing cranking over, and we'll be good. Maxwell says, are you switching to 2024 next month? Yes. We'll be actually flying both sims. We'll be flying 2020 and then 24, depending on what aircraft transfers over and what aircraft doesn't. So the aircraft that don't transfer over, I know there's a lot of talk right now in terms of, well, if you're not in the marketplace, you know, there's going to be some questions on that, right? There's a lot of questions about that very thing. So I don't know. But yes, to answer your question, we are going to feature 2024, and we will fly that as long as we possibly can, as long as we have the aircraft to fly. Okay, registrations, this one, we're going to do populate the weather. We're going to go ahead and click populate from last flight. And I'm just going to plug in some stuff, okay? We've got flap 15, takeoff weight 156. 0.2, and I just want to verify the weights before we go. We're still loading, and we're still getting our gross weight in there. 147 right now. We're expecting 156 when we go. So there we go. Empty weight would be 93. Did I write that down? I don't know. I got to look at see what my empty weight is, but I got a takeoff weight of 156 according to my paperwork. So 156.2 is what I'm really shooting for. Takeoff weight says 156.2, so that's really good. I mean, obviously it's going to match because it's my paperwork, but we'll see. We'll just kind of see how it goes. My gross weight right now is 149, and it's climbing, as you could see on the clipboard. All right, let's just calculate this with runway 14, and we'll see how it goes. Jack's runway 14. We might need a little more length. We can do it. Margin is pushing 1,000 feet. That's really good. That's no problem with flaps 15. So we can do it. Runway 15. So we'll take runway 15. Expect to turn out. Probably what we're going to do. I mean 14. Flaps will be 15. And we've got a VR, V1, VR, V2. I got 128, 128, 143. 128, 128, 143. What does this say? And I don't want to do this now on the takeoff page because the numbers are not exactly right yet, but I've got 123, 123, 138. That's a little on the low side as of right now. So I want to wait. We're going to go ahead and click runway 14. Flaps 15. We are calculating the winds in there. Temperature's 26. Minimum Tora, look at that, 56.74. Max takeoff weight, we are definitely under that, so that's good. And like I said, when we're done with getting this pre-flight finished, we got 2 minutes to go. I'd rather give you a chart now and just take a look at our charts here at Jack's. And then we could get this going. Then we'll fill out our fuel figures and all that, but let's go ahead and look at our SID. So the Bristol one, and I'll get that going full page for you so you can see what we're doing. Wow, I gotta back this up. Okay, that's perfect. So Bristol one right here, folks, is pretty much straight out on the runway here. It's probably runway heading, or he'll give us a heading. He or she will expect 3,000. I'll go ahead and set that. And then looking at our climb gradient here, about 150. Looking at 1,000 feet per minute, we can do that. 400 feet per minute. Looking at 1,000 feet per minute with 150 knots. 1,300 feet per minute with 2,000. So we'll put it right there on the vertical speed. We're going to climb VS, and we'll climb VS to 3,000. It's going to be a quick climb unless they give us, a quick altitude change for us. We're going to go ahead and turn it over to Tree, Bristol, and then Baxley, and we are done there. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. We'll take a look at the taxi chart, and we will go with, let's see if it's going to pull in here. I don't know. A long time to load it, huh? There we are. All right, let's go ahead and pull this up. So we are camped out right here We're going to be, well, actually right here on cargo ramp 2. We're going to push back, go to probably the Sierra. Sierra, then November to Lima. Lima probably 14. That's probably what it'll give us. It could change, so we'll be ready to write stuff down. But because there's no parking spots over there. Go figure. All right. Oops. I was disconnected from the server. I want to go ahead and reconnect. I just got disconnected and reconnected. It's really weird. All right, folks, I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's go ahead and take a look at our pre-flight, make sure we're good to go. Got about 31 seconds. And we're looking at gross weight 163 now. What did we say we were going to be? 156. Boy, that's way different. So stand by. Things could change. Let's go ahead and change the takeoff settings. Populate from last flight. We've got a takeoff weight coming in a little differently here. It's probably going to be 165. Well, that's way off. I got to check that. I got to check those numbers. 164.9. So we're going to say 165. We'll keep it at runway 14. We'll see what we can get. And we still got to. The margin's closer, right? The margin's 294 feet with flaps 15. I got 32.46. So. I mean, it's plus. Now, when I say margin, I mean if we hit V1, that means we have about 294 feet to stop total when we stop the aircraft. That's what I'm talking about. So I had to write these numbers down here because it's just a little bit inflated than I was anticipating. 138,000. We're doing 164. Okay. Is everybody with me on that? So our takeoff weight has dramatically increased. We would have to call dispatch and say, really? We're at 164. Are we still good with fuel and all the calculations? And they would have to say yay or nay. Let's go to the fuel panel. Let's see what we've got. Because I got to write these numbers in. All right, 5, 6, 7. Looks like 7,650. Right? 5, 6, 7. 7,650. Pretty good on that. And then we've got our center tank. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.650. 8,650. This tank. It's going to be 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8,600. 8,600. Woo! So what's going on with the fuel indifference is that the APU is burning out of, looks like this tank. That's my left tank. It should be burning right tank.
Latest information, hotel now current. Winds 020 at 6.
All right, winds have shifted, 020 at 6. Does that change anything for us? I mean, it helps us, right? Margins now 361, 132, 132, 146. So that's what I'm calculating. Let's take a look at the takeoff page. That is not correct. 020 at 6. Yeah, that's fine. 22. Flap 15, 14. Set your trim. We're going to set our speed. 129, 129, 143. Okay. All right, I'm good with that. Let's go ahead and drop that in there. Let's go, folks. We're going to go ahead and raise it to 3,000. 3,000 set. Make sure we're on GPS. If I can get there, it'd be excellent. All right, GPS is set. Good. Bugs are set. The only thing I don't like about this is I can't use the speed bug.
Jacksonville ground. Frontier flight 292 with hotel ready for taxi runway 8.
Frontier flight 292, thank you for hotel runway 8, taxi via Juliet Alpha Lima.
Juliet Alpha Lima, Frontier Flight 292.
Okay. Okay, folks, let's go checklist and let's get the heck out of here. We'll lock up the doors. It looks like they're all closed. We'll get that front door closed and then we'll be out of here. All right. Doors coming open. Doors coming closed. Let's do this thing. Aircraft. We're going to go ahead and click close the entry door. And we're actually going to pull the chocks. We are hooked up to the APU anyway. We're going to remove that, remove that. That's gone. Let's go ahead and call for push, and we'll run a checklist and be good to go. Operate, no, prepare for push. There we go. All right, checklist time. All right, fuel and boost pumps. We have checked our fuel. Looking good. And the boost pumps are good. We got one on. And that's what I mean. It should be pumping out of this tank and not this tank. So, 'cause that's left, center, right. Whatever. Hydraulic B pumps, we have one on. Just want to make sure. Again, one pump on. Yep. Window heat is on. Pack switches. Now we're going to go ahead and throw both of these packs to the off position. Oops. There we go. All right, packs coming up, and they're going to be off.
And Frontier Flight 292, departure frequency has changed
They're
to
off.
127.875.
Okay, doors closed. Pressurization is set auto. Auto brakes on RTO. Stab trim is set. We are ready to go, folks. Where's that? Where's GSX? Huh?
And Riptide 5900, same for you. Departure frequency is 127.875.
Okay, 127.875 now. 127.875. We'll do it in the standby. 127. Oops. 127.875. Let me get your comments really quick. I did that. Do not refile. You're switching. Okay, I got them. I caught up. All right, we're good to go. Let's go ahead and figure out what GSX is doing. I'm going to reset the position. Just going to kind of reset everything, and then we will kind of get GSX pulled up.
652 Foxtrot Tango, just looking to taxi back to the ramp to shut down.
So November 652 Foxtrot Tango, confirm you want the FBO.
That's correct, 652 Foxtrot Tango.
Alright, November 652 Foxtrot Tango, taxi to parking via Alpha Golf.
Strobes, nope. Beacon, yep.
Taxi
Beacon
parking
on.
at Alpha Golf, 652 Foxtrot Tango.
Okay, folks, ready to go.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
All right, while we do that. So, did everybody see the little town called Lexington, Kentucky? Has anybody seen that?
Departure check completed.
Cool history story for you. After the Lexington
And Frontier
Concorde
Flight 292, that's all she wrote.
battle,
Contact center 127.875. Have a nice flight. We'll see you next time.
Over to center, have a good night, Frontier Flight 292.
yeah, I don't know. You guys see me okay? I hope. All right, we're going to get ready to go here, folks. We're going to go ahead and start number 2. And I'm ready to do the checklist. Just make sure doors, pressurization, brakes, RTO, stab trim set. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and push. We're going to go nose to the left, tail right.
Release parking brake.
Okay, brakes are coming released. About 15 minutes late. That's no big deal.
Clear. Start at will.
Okay, we're going to come over here. And we're going to make sure we have pressure. Pressure's in the duct. Let's go ahead and fire it up. So I'm going to come on. We're going to fire number 1 first. I'll throw 1 to ground. That should have done it. We want to make sure that the valve is on. Yep. And make sure we're spooling up. You can see when we hit 20% of N1, we'll go ahead and kick it on. About right now. Here we go. There's a light. Now I'm watching the EGT. EGT is coming up, which is the engine exhaust temperature. Right there, 400. That hits red line. You got to shut this thing down. There's 400 coming back on roll. Okay, it looks good. I'm going to go ahead and shut it off. I don't know where this guy's pushing me to. I'm going to neglect to start both of these until I figure out what this dude's doing to me. All right, I'm going to stop it right there because then I'll just kind of just turn out. I don't want to go in a movement area, so stop here and push back, please. What's this guy doing?
Please set parking brakes.
Okay, brakes are coming set. Brakes are set. Let's go ahead and start number 2. Now, you think you could do a cross bleed if you wanted to. I'm going to start number 3. Number 3 is on. I've got movement. Again, you would look at your clock. %. Here comes the gas, if I can get it. There's 3. There's the light. EGT's on the rise. Fuel flow. N1. When this hits about 40-ish, then we'll cut it off. Alright, 2 good starts. Off. In position. Set parking brake. I did, dude. I set the parking brake. What is going on? There we go. Okay, we got 1 and 3 on. We could start number 2. We don't have to, but you never know with this thing. I don't know if they fixed the duct. I think they did on this. That was one of my write-ins. I was like, the duct is not. I can't cross bleed it if I wanted to. I will start number 2. Just get number 2 lit, and then we'll shut off the EPU. Ground. Valve. Then we'll check our engine instruments. I'll pull the FO and flight engineer app, and I'll have him do the rest. 20%. Here comes the gas. Fuel in. Okay, watch the EGT. Temps up. He'd be saying oil temp.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
And 1.
Left is clear.
40.
Right is clear.
Off. All right. I'll do my flows. Make sure we're good, and then I'll have him do his flows. That's on. That's on. RTO. Anti-skid off. For now, fuel pumps. We'll shut the EPU down. All the pumps coming online. Good. We're going to get these gens on. 3, 2. Gen 3 on the bus. That looks good. Gen 3 up. Gen 3 up. Looks good. APU's coming off. Good. APU's coming down, and keep the pump off for now. Let's call up the FO app here, or the FE app, and I'm going to do my checklist. I'll have him do his. Okay, before taxi generators are on, probe heat is on. We're going to go ahead and TARA. Anti-ice off, flight controls. We'll check the flight controls. We'll set our flaps. Our anti-skids are off.
6578, taxi to terminal, please.
Flaps 15.
6573, welcome to Jacksonville. Taxi to parking via hotel. Terminal via hotel, that's 6573, thank you.
Okay, flaps 15 set. Let's go after taxi check. He's going to do his taxi check. I've got the aircraft. Let's go in and throw the brakes off. What we're going to do is just spin it out, okay, and then we'll call them. They said they handled the breakaway thrust, so it's not as strong. I'm doing 60 now. All right, taxi light's coming on for me. Check that wing if I can. I'm just going to do a little spinorama here. That thing doesn't work. My camera's off. I don't know why it doesn't work, but it doesn't. Jacksonville ground, Riptide, 5900 taxi.
Riptide 5900, runway 14, if you can take it. Taxi by Sierra November Lima.
Okay, runway 14, Sierra November Lima, Riptide 5900. Okay, we've got it. We're going to go right on Sierra, right on November. And then we'll be good to go. Okay, one thing you could do, you could shut off the lighting here. Although I do like the lighting really nice. Okay, let's go outside and have a look at this bad boy. By the way, I just have at Coastal, we just got 3 concepts for paint. So really cool. Our painter just gave us 3 concepts and they look great. Really, really cool. Very retro. One's really retro, which I'm super excited for. Looks good. I gotta feature it. It's fun. All right, we're gonna go on Sierra. Hold on just a minute. It looks like, yep, we're gonna go this way. We'll make it right. You can see the airplane's just moving. Clear. Always want to make sure that you don't run into somebody. We don't want to be Delta here, folks. Take somebody out with some wings. That's a cheap shot, wasn't it? That was a cheap shot. Okay. I do want to tune jacks. To make sure we got that ready to go. Craig VOR, I want to 114.5. I don't want to really do that on the run here, but we'll do that when we're stopped. How's that? I want to turn around, make sure the panel's good to go with the FE. Good. I will check my engine gauges. Oil quantity is good. Temperatures are good. Pressures are good. Can I pull up the liveries? Yeah, I'll do that. So if you are a member, you got to be a YouTube member or a patron at our Discord channel. You folks are going to get to choose which one we pick. I've already picked mine. We're going to paint 3 of them, and 3 of them are going to be painted. 2 are going to be painted in one livery. The other is going to paint in a more retro look. But I will post all 3 of them, and you tell me which ones you'd like to see, and then we'll go from there. No guarantees that you're going to get it, but because I've already told them which ones I wanted. But we'll see if you guys have the same taste I do. I don't know. Whoa, let's get away from that hole. Okay, we didn't hit it. That looked pretty bad, didn't it? Yeah, once we're moving, we're pretty cooking. All right, I'm going to close the window. We'll go ahead and run our takeoff. Okay, our takeoff config, I'm going to go ahead and check that. We've got flaps of 15. We're good on the trim. Everything else looks good. I'm going to go ahead and slow the aircraft down. So I'm going to do a brake check. Watch our brakes. Good. We got to do that here, or else we'll just go. All right, before takeoff check for him. He's going to throw our lights on. He shouldn't, but I should do that. We'll run our checklist. Anti-skid should come on. Yep.
And Riptide 5900, contact Jet Center 127.875. Have a nice flight. We'll see you next time.
Okay, 127.875. Thanks for watching. All right, let's take a look. 127.875. 127.87 right there. We're going to flip that. I do want to tune Craig 114.5, I think. Yeah, 114.5.
1554, Jackson Center, hello, please ident. Red Barn 422, radar contact, approximately 25 miles.
Okay, takeoff config. We've checked it. Packs and bleeds.
The Osprey 7
on. Bleeds. Good. Altimeter set. Anti-skids are on. Engine ignition. Going to go ahead and throw that on. Thank you. We're ready to go. Steve, how are you, Steve? He says he should. Is Cliff on board? Not today. Cliff will be on board on the MD-80 flights. Let me give them a call. Jack Center, Riptide 5900, holding short, runway 14, Jacksonville, ready to go.
Please stand by for a second. Delta 1554, radar contact, 40 miles northwest of Wilmington, VOR.
I might have stepped on somebody. Oh, that's a picture right there. We'll take that. See, I can't hear if he's on a reback. I have no idea.
Riptide 5900, fly runway heading, wind 020 at 6, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Okay, runway heading, copy the winds, runway 14, clear for takeoff.
Negative, runway 8, you're cleared for takeoff for runway 8.
Okay, we'll go ahead and have to taxi to runway 8, but we'll go runway 8. All right, so we're going to go runway 8, which is right here and then over. No big deal. We would have to run the numbers again, but considering runway 8 is bigger than 14, we're good to go. Okay, so heading select, we're going to go runway 8.
153 Airbus.
Doral 153, say altitude.
Now 3,800.
Well, Doral 153, radar contact. Clear direct island.
Okay, I'm calculating runway 8 now. 32, 32, 46, 361 on the margin. We're in runway 8, dude.
Actually, Doral 153, climb maintain, flight level 280.
Yeah, we're good on the margin. 3100 when we stop. 32, 32, 46. We don't change on the V speeds. We are clear for takeoff. We're good there. And we're good there. All right, folks, let's go. All right. Looks like the EPR's just under 2. And we could do a reduced takeoff. You know, the problem is...
Jacksonville Center, hello, please ident.
Okay, runway turnoff lights coming on. Really, dude? Did he turn my strobes on? Yes, he did. Wing lights are on. Good. Crappy lineup on my part.
United 192, radar contact, 56 miles north of Grandstand VOR.
Okay, we'll line it up. Go ahead and put this thing to the center. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to push them up. Nice and easy. These are JT8s. You do not want to push these too hard, too fast. Nice and smooth. Matter of fact, the flight engineer would probably have their hands on the throttles directing. We're just going to go slightly under it right there. That's perfect. Doing a little reduced takeoff. Slight. Cross check. There's V1. We're going to go ahead. Kicking a lot of rudder in there. Kicking a lot of rudder. Trying to get it. There we are. Gear up. Okay, I'm going to go to 20 degrees right there.
Number 80, Tango Delta, Jacksonville Center, hello, please ident.
Okay, we're going to go runway heading now, all the way out.
Roll 153, contact Orlando departure at 124.8.
You want to push it to 10 degrees.
Orlando departure 124,
Get some speed back. Get some speed. Let me give him a call.
Number 88 Tango Delta, radar contact 61 miles north of Columbia VOR.
Flat 5. Give him a call here. Jack Center, Riptide 5900 for 2000 for 3.
Riptide 5900, clear direct, TRE, climb maintain 15,000.
Direct where? Okay, I'm sorry, what was that direct to?
Clear direct, TRE, climb maintain 15,000.
TRE. Okay, TRE 15,000 on the altitude. So let's go 15,000 on the altitude, direct T-tree or T-tree or whatever. All right, I'm going to pitch it down. I'm going to get the speed going up again. Nice and easy. Looks good. Flaps are going to come up here right now. Flaps are up. I'm going to come down here to legs. And I'm going to go direct here. Okay, looking good. Keep on the trucking. Flaps are up. Gear is up. And after takeoff check, he's going to do it. I'm going to roll in here. I've got the speed looking good. I'm going to keep on going through all the way to tree or T-tree. Good intercept, about 30 degrees. Looking good. I'm not following the flight director, in case if you're wondering. Okay, so that's not happening.
United 1006, say airspeed.
Okay, what I'm going to do is come down
We're
here,
at 220 on the way.
throttle on, outsell, nav log, and
Redbound
auto throttles
422, say
engaged.
airspeed. Redbound 422, maintain
Come on,
220
GPS.
knots until, well actually maintain 210 knots until advised.
Too high, too fast. Vertical speed's coming down. So I've got the V speed. So we're at about 200 knots, which is a little too slow for my taste. Flaps are up, gear is up, and I'm just decreasing now to about 1,500. We're cleared to 15,000. I've got altitude select. We are
Tide, contact Jacksonville Center 135.9 at TCU.
125.9. We'll see you. 125.9. 12 what? 12785. 135.9. Yep, 135.9. Here we go. Flip. You always want to listen first. We're through 10,000, so I'm going to increase our speed to just about 280 knots. 2,000 is a good altitude. I'm going to make sure that this is engaged. Yeah, it is. Okay. There's 10,000. Let me get my call here. 135.900. 925. Sorry, guys. Hang on. 135.925. Oops. Let's try that. And we'll do an F takeoff check. We're going to do a climb check right now. Packs and bleeds. 11,000. Here we go on the speed. Close that. Jack Center Riptide 5900 direct T-tree.
Riptide 5900 Jack Center, call and maintain level 310 for now.
310. How you doing, Howard?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Not too bad. 310. Here we go. All right, there's 310 in the clocks. We're doing about 2,000 feet a minute.
1642, nothing further up there. Radar services terminated. Frequency change approved. Good night.
Average 642, good night.
Now you can see the heading bug. You're saying, well, we're way off course. If you are Project Magenta, not Project. If you're like a child of the Magenta, you would be all over the sky right now, right? I'm not even following that. Now what I'm doing is just taking my, there we go. Looking good, folks. All right, let's take a look at the FE panel, make sure it's good to go. We got one pump off, that's fine.
Descend via the Grand 5 arrival landing north, Orlando altimeter 3003.
Okay, all looks good here. Oil quantity is good, pressure is good, fuel is good. And
Orlando's landing north.
That's good to go. Now, if you wanted to, you could check this, which is your checklist. We don't really do that. We could just, it's just so much. Ignition's checked. I'll shut the ignition off. It's off. Okay. Seatbelts, no smoking, doesn't matter. Landing lights off.
5900, clear direct to Dublin VOR.
Okay, direct to Dublin VOR, Riptide 5900. Okay, let's go ahead and close this. Throw that away. Let's drop down. We're going to go to flight plan. So we could do a couple things here. One, I can go back. I can throw flight plan in. We can do a direct to. You can see we're going to skip all that. There's Dublin. We can go insert activate the leg right now. And then we're going to activate the leg direct to Dublin.
Southwest 359, the wind 050 sight, runway 17, clear to land.
So there's 15,000. You can see it leveled off on me. And we're going to go ahead and change this. And I'm going to start the climb again. Vertical speed. VS, here we go.
You can take the Ram via Alpha, cross runway 8, good night.
There we are, to about 2,000 feet a minute. Let's take a look, see what we got.
Southwest 4022, checking in approximately 15 miles west of Murray from 270.
All right, this is going to have to stop.
4022, Jacksonville Center, radar contact.
It's going to do an intercept, but I want it to go direct, so I'm going to take it over.
Ran via Alpha, cross runway 8.
I'm going to go heading, select. I got the aircraft. Heading. So what I'm going to do is take this off. Fighting with the autopilot. So what I want to do now is just take this off, and I'm going to go turn knob, and I'm going to go heading. And we'll get the airplane pointed in the right direction again.
Dang, Riptide 5900, just verify you're going to Delta Bravo November.
Yeah, autopilot wanted to go another way. We're going DBN now.
Okay, no problem.
So I'm going to change that right now so you could see it's just the way I did the flight plan. So direct to, and we could go old school, right? I'll show you old school. So let's see if we can tune the VOR in. It's going to be 113.1, 113.1 right here. Let's go, 113.1. 113.1. Flip the nav 1 VOR. You know what? I'm going to try nav 2. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to go 113.1. Let's just do this old school, see if we can't tune it in. And we'll go right to it. Flip that over. Can we get it? We're doing about, we're going really slow for the climb. I'm going to go ahead and push the climb up a little bit, about 2,000 feet a minute. I got nothing on the track for Dublin, essentially. There's 18,2992. Things are happening quick. I'm not worried about this right now. You can throw it to VOR. We're not tuned anything. So you can see we're not picking up the VOR signal just yet. But I still have my GPS, so I'm using that. I'm going to go 2992. And then we'll figure if we can't get this thing direct. All right, there's 19,000. So what I'm going to do is go to here, Dublin VOR. I'm going to zoom it out, zoom it out, zoom it out, zoom it out, zoom it out. You can see kind of we're on an intercept track, which is good. There's got to be a way we can do. Might go up. That's why. Okay, I just activated that. See, it's Bristol. But there's a way to do this. If I went, you can select, click activate leg or insert after, hold at waypoint, a long track, load airway, insert before. I don't want to remove it. But now you can see how we're on an intercept. Now, look at this, 88 nautical miles for the VOR. And that is, no, that's GPS. So that means we have an active waypoint in the system. I'm going to go ahead and just do a little more aggressive on the
Jax, good evening, Delta
on the track.
3034, flight level 290.
Delta 3034.
I still don't have it. I still don't have the VOR tune. I've got 113.1. You could see 113.1 on both nav 1 and 2. And I cannot. We're starting to. You see how we're starting to track in? So I'll throw the track on again, and I'm going to go ahead and watch my pitch.
So 3034 radar contact,
Right there.
about 10 east of the Vienna VOR. Just need to give you an even altitude through here. Do you want 30 or 28?
28 is good.
Delta 3034, descend and maintain level 280.
Descend and maintain 280, flight level 280, Delta 3034.
Okay, I'm going to wait because I don't want to turn it on now with the
Charlie
airplane
Echo,
going like
pilot
this.
discretion to maintain 11,000, landing north at Tallahassee.
Boy, Howard was on it, man. Howard's like, you're
11,000.
going the wrong way. He caught it.
Information Alpha's current down there. Let me know when you have that.
We do have Alpha,
Okay, what I'm going to do is go nav.
Southwest 359, turn right,
Lock.
taxi around via Alpha, cross runway 8.
Okay, it's going to hook up now. I'm going to watch it and make sure it intercepts the track
Take care.
and works over. Here we go. There's the track intercept. There we go. I want to see it turning. Airspeed's looking good. Roll out, airplane. Let's go. I'm getting into some bumps. There's forecasted turbulence here. Pops, what's going on? Max, what's up? He says, look at those clouds. Not exactly sure whether they gave you 08 to be honest. Sorry about that. No, you're good. That's why we verify, and that's why we have air traffic control, right? It's all good to go, man. That's kind of how real life is too, right? So sometimes you get a runway that you weren't expecting. I did recalculate my numbers, so just in case. Okay, 73 miles to go to Dublin VOR. I still couldn't tune it in. Just kind of a product of the aircraft. So, how we doing on our fuel? Looking good. And now we're stable. Okay, so what happened was, folks, it was thinking I wanted to go from Bristol direct. That's not the case. So just want to make sure that this thing right here is armed. I'm going to go outsell just to make sure we're good to go. Good. And I'll let you know when we get tuned in to the VOR. I haven't been tuned in. And temperature, temperature right now, take a peek. You could see, where the heck's your temp here? Because that's important. How are we doing on our speed? See how we're losing out on some speed? So I'm going to drop down vertical speed to about 1500 right now. And I'll start hunting down for this. I'm looking at icing, that's why.
Technical Center 50 Juliet Tango with you.
For 50 Juliet Tango, Jack Center, how can I help you?
Yes, sir, just departed Tampa, heading up to Teterboro.
Negative 10, we got to turn it on.
The right.
So we're going to go Cal.
Yeah, what's your altitude passing, sir?
Cal's
through 17,000.
November 50 Juliet Tango, radar contact, call maintain level 370.
370, 50 Tango, thanks.
We're not going to need that long.
Further up there, radar service is terminated, frequency change approved, have a good night.
Transonicum 1.2.8, Felix, thank you, good night.
1,000 feet a minute, here we go.
Airtime 5900, call maintain level 340, Atlanta's off, radar service is terminated, frequency change approved.
Okay, up to 340. Have a good one, Howard. Thanks.
Welcome. See you later.
All right, 340 set. Now, again, what you have to do is turn this off, back on again, okay?
Sir, Representative Shelley Echo, you okay with the visual approach for 36?
Hey, Farmer, we can do that.
I don't know if we're going to get the 3-4. How's that?
548 contact Jacks, 127.87. Have a good night.
127.87, you as well, JetBlue 548.
Yeah.
Okay, 122.8, and then we're going to guard frequency right now, 121.5. So I'm going to guard out with number 2 on 121.5. That's a new thing that VATSIM is doing. It's kind of the real world ops. You want to listen to 121.5 guard frequency. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw both of them on. So I'm listening to guard, and we're still on the climb. We're slow though. I don't know if this airplane is going to make 340. We still haven't tuned to Dublin. I think Dublin's a low. Is Dublin a low altitude? It is. So we're not going to be able to intercept Dublin. We will because we have GPS, but if we weren't flying GPS right now, we'd have a problem. We couldn't do it. I got an aircraft right there. TCAS. Where is my TCAS? I wish they had TCAS on here. I'm going to ask for that. You got traffic alert. You can see, I wonder if the TCAS will light up. It's an FSLT issue. Okay, after Dublin, folks, we're going to go Dublin direct up. We're going to expect some turbulence up here. We're 31,000. I might have to drop this just a bit. There we go. On track, on the GPS. Okay. Altitude cell. And I still got anti-ice going on. Whoa, lights are on. What the heck, man? What's this guy doing? Is he doing anything for me or not? The flight engineer should be all over that. Well, it would be an FO at that point, but still. All right, now we just tuned for 35 nautical miles to the VOR. You can see it right here. And that's to Dublin, okay? So when we hit Dublin, we're going to track out about 356 degrees. We're 32,000 feet. This airplane is stretching to get to 34 with this speed. We're doing okay. We're doing like a cruise climb, if you will. And that's because of the weight of the aircraft. And I don't have my chart in front of me. I wonder if there's a chart on the FE panel. We can see. Okay. Close in depth. No, I want. No, no, no. EPR bleeds. Continuous EPR. No, that's EPR. Climb EPR. Give me altitudes. Here we go. That's max go around. That ain't gonna help me either. I want. No. Just want to make sure that we could get up to this altitude. I don't see it. I'm gonna have to look at mine. At my charts. Through 32,000. Maybe I wouldn't mind on hold. It's not like we're going slow. We're doing about 0.8 knot. We're doing 0.8 Mach. So it's this thing isn't slow by any means, but it climbs like a slug at the upper altitudes. And we still got the engine anti-ice on, and that's it. All right, Isles 1, Pop said. Max said, if I was in Seminole, I'd be looking for a sucker hole. Yeah, exactly right. It's funny. Love the six-pack. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun airplane. Okay, we got about 19 miles to go from Dublin. Then we'll change to Foothill. Guard the altitude. Want to make sure we're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and flight director down just slightly. And I'm going to line up my heading to straight ahead. Okay, level. It should kick. See it turn green. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw this to altitude hold. And all that's going to do is just going to put the flight director to where I want it. With 15 nautical miles, I want to hold a slower speed. We're doing about 0.82 or 0.85 right now. So you can look. Ground speed, 467. We got a traffic alert here. I wonder if I can see that traffic. Let's go ahead and zoom it out. We've got two targets there. One's 300, one's 1,000 below. We're no factor on there. All right, we're hooking up 12 nautical miles. Yeah, the speed's coming back, power's coming back. Now we can kind of breathe a minute. We're looking at 11 nautical miles to the next waypoint, which is Dublin VOR. Now we got 10. Once we hit Dublin, we're going to turn foothills 113.4. I'm going to do that right here. 1134. One of these days I'll get it right. 1134. Okay, 113.4. We should be good to go. Okay, we haven't tuned that VOR in. 7 miles, 7 miles. Good. And now let's take a peek. You can see down here we got Dublin foothills 340, 130 nautical miles. We're going to message, which is probably telling us it's our next waypoint, arrival to Dublin. Thank you. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to go ahead and throw traffic on this, and then I'm going to zoom it out so we could kind of see those targets. Good. This dude's about 6 miles and about kind of on our same path, I think. Okay, heading. I'm just going to turn that heading straight in. Now there's something you could do. You could throw it off. You don't want to approach. This is a VOR lock. We're going to keep it on VOR lock for now. Okay, next waypoint is Foothills, 124 nautical miles away. We just got it tuned in. You can see it right there. And then I'm going to flip it from a to a from flag. So we're going to go 1134 on this nav now. 113.4. And watch this. So look at this. See? This is our DME, distance measuring equipment. And you can see it right here. Are we above the clouds? Because we're burning just fuel, fuel, fuel. Look at this guy. I think we're out of the clouds, folks, don't you? All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the ducts here. Closed, closed, closed. I'm going to turn them off. Okay, looking good. Direct to Foothill. Then we got Volunteer, which is pretty much right over Atlanta. So I'm going to kind of kick my seat back just for a minute. We are doing great on speed. I just need to make sure that what we dialed in are, I wonder if our flight plan is, oh shoot, I got traffic alert, 300 feet. Where is that bugger? Was he off the wing? Yeah, look at this guy. That's got to be an FSLT target. I am not playing games with this guy. So what I'm going to do is just shut off FSLT for a minute. Let's see if that target disappeared. Yeah. I'll let him go past. I'll kick it back on. We're kind of in and out of these upper level clouds. Let's see what got on the weather here. Yeah, we're kind of just getting through a line of precipitation kind of below us. Cool. Now we're in the stuff again, folks. I'm gonna have to turn it on. Dang it. You know, you look at the tap probe, we're negative 15. Yeah, we gotta turn it on. So we're gonna go ahead and turn on the cal. Open, open, open. We're opening the valves. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. There's the turbulence. And then limitation on this aircraft for V&O is probably going to be about, going to slow it down just a little bit here. Even though we don't have passengers, I don't care about the turbulence, but we got to slow down a little bit. You're not caring about the ride is what I'm saying with boxes. You just don't care, but you got to care about the speed of the airplane. You want to make sure you don't exceed it. The limitation, and we're going to be in the bumps pretty much. Now I care about icing. Obviously, icing is a big deal. Let's see. Do we have any icing alerts? We have turbulence up to 40,000 from 18 to 40. Let's see if we can't get our layers and take out SIG weather out. We'll go air mets. You know what? Let's look at the icing and see what we got. Yeah, we're at 34,000. And I need to take off the turbulence layer. And we are in an area of light icing, so we're going to have to watch the icing on the aircraft. You'd see it build up on your windshield wipers. And then once it starts building on your windshield wipers, we'll open the valves for the wing. We'll get that de-iced. And I'm just going to kind of take a look at the layers, folks. Looking at segments. Looks like we got a turbulent issue. I don't want to hit that. I want to hit airmets. There we are. Okay, we got icing from 15 to 24,000. We're above the ice. And then we've got turbulence to 35,000. So we're going to be in this crap. We're turbulence up again high until we get, we'll be in the turbulence all flight, folks, at all different altitudes. Again, it's just the icing that I'm concerned with. We slowed the aircraft down. We're doing about 0.77, right around there. All right, so we are looking at time approximately. Got about 364 nautical miles top of, well, to destination. And then we're going to have to figure out how we want to do that in terms of descent and everything else like that. So when we get a little bit closer, we'll see. We are getting hammered, folks. It's kind of right in it. You can see these hush kits. Pretty cool. Couple things we can do. We could descend if we wanted to. Try to see if we can't get out of this. It looks like this is from the radar echoes behind us. There's some crappy conditions here, so we could descend down to 320. How are we doing on our fuel? We got 6,000, 6,000, 6,000. So that's 12, 20. Yeah. $22. We could descend down lower to 32,000 and see if we can't kind of sneak out of this thing. Let's see if
927, you on guard?
This is Riptide 5900. How you doing? Hang on, I don't know if that guard is. I didn't broadcast on guard. Give me a second. You didn't call me, but I'm gonna try.
American 927, you on guard?
This is Riptide 5900. How you doing? Wasn't calling me, but
Say call phone again?
it's Riptide 5900.
Oh, doing well. Jack Center's trying to get a hold of American 927, so I was just seeing if he was monitoring on guard, but bad chance.
Yeah. All right, we're going to descend down 32. You too, buddy. All right, 320. I'm going to try to get down just to see if we can't break it a little bit. So what I'm going to do is come over here. I'm going to click disengage, and then we're going to start dropping. Okay. Vertical speed. Altitude select. I don't want to go too fast, but it's got to be better than this. This ride's terrible. Let's get out of these clouds, man. Beanie Baby Pride, hello. How are you? Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome aboard. We are in the classic 727. It's a beautiful airplane. I absolutely love this bird, folks. It's a lot of fun. It makes us good money, too. We get a lot of money from this cargo run that we do here. I'm looking forward to seeing the paint, the new paint job coming out for us. I'm hoping to kind of sneak out of this crappy turbulence if we can't kind of break out of it, and we could turn off, at least we could turn off the icing. We get out of these clouds. Okay. The airplane should be on a descent. I'm going to kick it back in. I want to go ahead and say, all right, whoa, that's too much. 1,000 to go, check. It still looks like I said, we'll be in the turbulence all the way up. About 43 nautical miles till we got the foothill VOR. Look at that, folks. What do you know? We're out of the crap. Sometimes it's better to descend. I knew I couldn't climb. All right, let's turn off the cal. Go ahead and throw those valves closed. Once in a while, the bumps are fine. It's not, for me, it was more of the ride with the icing. I don't like that. So if we can get out of icing, even though we were kind of forecasted over it, which is fine, but still. I'll give you a smoother ride. This way we can punch it up, going about 0.8. What did our flight plan say? I got to look at the release. The release said about 0.80. So, yeah, there we go. 32,000 feet. Air should be level. Good. We've got altitude hold on now. Take a look. This should be green. Good deal. And let's go ahead and punch it up. Pretty good. Nice and stable. So let's go ahead and kick it up. I like it. And we're looking at about, kill these layers, dump that, turbulent layers are on, significant weather is on. Okay, after the foothills VOR, we're going to need volunteer 116.4. We got to start thinking of top of descent stuff. So let's see what we've got. We're looking at about 310 nautical miles to destination. Let's go ahead and look at the weather. The weather just changed over at Louisville, so what that means for us, that's going to put us around weather. Is Louisville on? Who takes them? Is it Memphis? No, it's not Memphis. It's Indianapolis. Okay, so Indy Center. If Indy Center stays online, we will have air traffic control into Louisville, which would be good. So let's get the weather into Louisville right now. We've got winds are calm as of 6 minutes ago. Okay, so I'm going to write these winds down. Calm winds, 10 miles visibility. Sky conditions are few clouds at 8,000, 22 over 14. Altimeter's coming in at 3019. Runway in use, real life. They're landing northbound now, 35 left, 35 right. So what I want to try to do is see if we can sneak in and get the Louisville approaches on. Let's get the Louisville ATIS and see what they're flying. 118.725. Now, chances of getting that, slim to none. And the reason why I say that is because we're so far away. If it's range of sight, we're not going to get that frequency. But we're going to try it. 118.725. We're probably too far away from the station.
Altimeter 301.
I lied. Ah.
Visual approach 17 land 17. Simultaneous approaches in use. Runway 17 left and runway 17 right arrivals. 29er, 11 NST Senti. Available only for OPR and CT. Small departures in use. Notice to air mission. Increased bird activity in the vicinity of the airport. Hazardous weather information for Kentucky and Indiana available FMR flight service stations. Advise on initial contact. You have information Delta.
Okay, that's information Delta. Let's see what time it was, okay?
International Airport ATIS information Delta 0156 Zulu.
0156.
Visibility 10.
All right. Okay, they're landing south.
22.
That's why we tuned the ATIS. Okay, we're headed to, let's see if it changed. So in real life, they actually switched to the north runways, but VATSIM is still landing south. So that's why you always check if VATSIM is doing something. They're still landing southbound. And it is the same exact 0156 Zulu. They didn't change it, so okay, we are going to be landing southbound, which is good. We're all set up for the southbound arrivals. That's fine, and we'll go from there. All right, folks, we're at Foothills VOR, and we're going to tune to the VOR now of Volunteer or Knoxville, and Knoxville is going to be 116.4. So, oops, I'm going to go ahead 1164. I'd rather do that on nav2 because I can see the DME. Let's see, 116.4, that's tuned. And here he goes. We have 76 nautical miles to go to the Volunteer VOR. Now, let's do a briefing. I'd like to do a briefing a little early with you. This way we could look at arrivals. I wonder, let's see something. I go back. Arrivals. Charts. Okay. Now, would you rather it on this one? I'm going to go full page. And then you can kind of see, I'll zoom in a little bit. I don't know which one better for you, but we're going to use, we've got, we're going to be coming up from, where are we coming up from? LaFox, I think. Yeah, we've got LaFox, which is right here. Then we'll come LaFox, we'll hit Takeoff Coffee, A-Rush, Cobb's at 16 and 14. And I'll verify that right here with our flight plan. I'll go down. There's the Fox. We've got Coffee. There you go, 16 and 14. So I'm going to go on the lower end of this, and 14,000 feet is where we want to be. Now, let's calculate our descent point, or descent path, I should say. I don't want to mess with that. Hold on really quick. Pull this out, and we can go. It's a 3-to-1 calculator. So 32,000, we need to get to 14,000. Enter. Okay, that puts us at 96. Let's round it up. We'll go 100 miles, okay? So we'll do 100 miles from that at 1,500 feet a minute. That's 1,400, you moron. All right, let's try that. I was going to say, that's better, 56, so let's say 100 miles. Now, I don't want to do that. Let's do 60 miles. So we need to be over here. And folks watching right now, what would you rather? Would you rather it on this, or would you like it better on the clipboard? It's up to you. But I mean, I can see him. I don't know if you can see him. This is 30 miles, and we said 60. All right. So where is this? I need my pen. Because we're going to do a couple of things, and I need the thing I don't have. which is awesome. So we got 30 miles here. We got another 11 miles there. And that's not going to cut the mustard, all right? Because that's 41 nautical miles. So it's 41 nautical miles from LaFox, Coffee, and then Coffee to A-Rush is 11 miles, and then from A-Rush to Cobb's is 10 nautical miles. That puts us at 51. Pretty close. We want to do 60 nautical miles. Does that make sense, everyone? We're looking at 60 nautical miles, I think. I thought that's what we said. Did we say 60? Yeah, it's 56. So I'm rounding it to 60 nautical miles. If that makes any sense to anybody. So basically when we're at 9 nautical miles from LaFox, we'll start down. If that makes sense to everybody looking at this. So where we're 9 nautical miles from LaFox, we'll start down to hit this restriction at 14,000 feet, 280 knots. Okay? It's going to be one of those drop down deals. We got Cobb's, and then we're going to go up here through this. We're just going to make sure that we hit these frequencies, these altitudes, and we'll have to do it, you know, old school. All right, so we'll kick the flight plan back and actually throw that up. So you can see there's Volunteer, there's LaFox. All right, so I want to load that in. I'm going to show you just a little bit as we kind of plan. Liddell 1. All right, so there's Liddell 1. We're going to go ahead and take a look. Like we said, 9 nautical miles from LaFox. Then we'll come up, Coffee, A-Rush, Cobb's. We're going to go up this way, unless they change the runway on us, all the way up. And then I hope they keep us on this runway because it is super fun to fly over this river. It's awesome. I haven't done it in a long time. It's really cool. I've seen it in real life. It's really fun. And that's the approach. And the approach we'll do either 17 left or 17 right. It's going to be a visual approach. It's so beautiful out there. And when we taxi in, we are going to go ahead and taxi into one of these UPS slots. We won't go to the terminal. So, you know, we go 17 right or 17, probably put us on 17 left because we're coming in from that side. So 17 left, we'll probably get off Delta 3. Then we could go and spot, you know, in 4, pad 4, right around there. Okay. That's the plan anyway. We'll see if it works. Okay, Volunteer VOR. I've got 1164, 29 nautical miles to go. Nothing on the comments, right, folks? Nice and smoothed out a little bit. Cool airplane. I really like it. Lots of fun. It's really fun to fly. It's a lot of work. It keeps me young though, right? Keeps me honest. It keeps me honest. This definitely is not an Airbus aircraft. This airplane, you got to actually think, use your brain. Not saying you don't have to with the Airbus, but it's a little different with this aircraft. You can see it's beautiful out of the nose here. We're going to go ahead and tune to Indianapolis Center on 128.225 and approximately right after Volunteer. So who's excited for hockey season? Hockey season's coming up. It's next week for us. We start a pretty aggressive flight schedule here at the FSBN channel where we're going to fly every single away game the Rangers have. And we've been doing this for 2 years now on an annual basis. So, pretty crazy stuff. Let's take a look at our fuel stores. Now I'm going to do a burn check at Volunteer. We should have approximately, how much fuel should we have on board? We should have 14.9 on the gas. Right now as it stands, I got 10. I got 15. We got 15,000 pounds of fuel. So we're doing good on the burn. Burn check is good. A little more than 15, so we got 5,000 even right now. 5,200 on that tank. 5,100 on that tank. So, 15.3 or so. Yeah, that's good. Now we're not over Volunteer yet. We have about 10 nautical miles to go. Sean says I am. Raises his hand. Yeah, and Cliff will be there. Cliff is employed again. He'll be flying with us next week. And by the way, if you are a member of the channel, next week you're going to see our first video to Pittsburgh. And I think that is a members only flight because we won't fly a stream until Friday. No, and then Friday's next week. It's back from Pittsburgh. But next week, folks, that won't be streamed live. That will be filmed. So I'll put it out on Friday night, just like tonight, but it won't be a live flight. It'll be filmed. So FYI, that's coming. So next week I have to do something. I'm going camping out in the sticks, so it should be fun. So I'll get that week off. We might be able to do Thursday night, but I don't think we can. Maybe. I mean, we'll see. All right, there's Volunteer. We just hit it. Volunteer VOR. It's just passage. We have station passage right here. Cone of Confusion right now. And then we're going to La Fox and are about 72 nautical miles from La Fox. I'm going to go ahead and call Indianapolis. And I'm going to see if they change the runways on us or anything like that. No VATSIM ATIS available. Are they closing? They were just up. Yep, they closed. Dang it. Yeah, they're gone. Indianapolis Center is still up. They'll take us into Louisville. The Louisville approach is gone. Shelton, you know I am. Can't wait to see how the Blue Shirts do the season. Hopefully they can get deep in the playoffs. Knock on some wood. Yeah, and that's the bummer about last season, right? And they're starting the season off with injuries. Not really good way to start off the season. That's a bummer, huh? All right, let's listen into Indianapolis. 128.225. 128.225.
'58 Atlanta's closed. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Oh, Delta 2858, we'll see.
And I'm just kind of getting the feel for what they're doing there.
Indy Center, good evening. It's Alaska 9781, level 350 over the, what is this? Bible Grove VOR.
Alaska 9781, Indy Center, radar contact.
And now another thing.
Indy Center, Frontier Flight 2114, requested taxi at 36 right at CBG with uniform.
Frontier Flight 2114, Indy Center, runway 36 right, taxi via Sierra.
36 right, taxi via Sierra for Frontier Flight 2114.
Okay. So, what's really cool about Lexington, Kentucky? Does everybody know what I'm talking about when I say Lexington, Kentucky? That's the name of a town.
This is Cessna, November 106 Romeo Alpha, 10 miles, KLAX, heading eastbound VFR.
Number 106 Romeo Alpha and the center, squawk 372 Trillion ident.
1200, squawk, ident.
Does everybody know that place I'm talking about? Lexington, Kentucky? Cool story, if you didn't know how it got named. So, Lexington, Kentucky, you had, right after the Battle of Lexington and Concord, right? You have all these messengers, and the news is spreading across the 13 colonies like crazy. All right, and I'm a huge historian. I love history. I love learning about it, talking about it. I'm a history nerd through and through. Let me call Indy. Hold that thought. Indy Center.
Romeo Alpha, radar contact 10 miles east of Lexington Airport. Squawk mode trailing.
Lexington Airport. I stepped on him.
I'm sorry, but was that for November 106 Romeo Alpha?
From 6 Romeo Alpha, your radar contact 9 miles east of Lexington Airport. Squawk mode trailing.
Center Boeing 773 Heavy leveling 3000 on ahead.
773, Indy Center radar contact. Number 2, Charlie Romeo contact Lexington Tower 119.1.
Lexington Tower 119.1. November 212 Charlie Romeo, thank you.
Indy Center Riptide 5900, 35 miles north of Volunteer, 32,000.
Riptide 5900, Indy Center radar contact.
All right, so Lexington, folks, was
Indiana Center, November 7 BP
named
goes around 4 miles.
As news spread,
KLAX,
okay, news spread of this battle throughout the 13 colonies.
Called me about 6 miles ago. Contact Tower 119.1.
This guy settled the town, what is now called Lexington, and he named the town Lexington after the town Lexington in Massachusetts. So pretty cool because of he wanted to honor the people that died in Lexington. So pretty wicked battle, Lexington and Concord. Pretty cool how it spread out and how the word got out. It was awesome. Is anybody else a history nerd, or is it just me?
54, checking in 503, 980. 54, Indy Center, welcome aboard.
So Indy's getting busy. You can see they're loading up. I'm expecting a descent shortly.
1422 is ready to go, runway 23 right.
Number 6 Romeo Alpha, contact Tower 119.1.
Okay, we got 45 nautical miles to the Fox. Remember, about 9 nautical miles.
Number 106 Romeo Alpha.
Direct 2 right there, idiot. I guess there's no history buffs on here. What? Okay, okay. So let me tell you what I did. I read a book on Paul Revere's ride.
1422, holding short of 23 right, ready.
His famous midnight ride.
Wind 36017, fly, runway heading, runway 23 right, cliff takeoff.
And really, I'm like, I want to read a book on the Boston Massacre, the Tea Party, and then over. So, and then, you know, the 1776, I read that already. My second time I'm reading it, but I finished this one book about Paul Revere. And a lot of people don't know this.
773 Heavy,
He wasn't alone.
Runway 27, unless you want to circle around and land at 22.
There was a...
Yeah, we can do that.
51773, turn left heading 090, vectors, RNAV 22, circle 22, or RNAV 27, circle to 22.
I'm going to ask him if he wants to descend. Sorry, it's going to get busy, folks. Because if he wants us to descend, we have to go now at like 1,500 feet a minute. 10 nautical miles. We're about 15 nautical miles away. I mean, he'll say, you know, you can look at it at 50, about 14 nautical miles to La Fox. Remember I said 9 nautical miles.
5900, descend via the Little One arrival. Landing south, the Louisville altimeter 3019.
Okay, we'll descend via the Little One arrival. Understand landing south, Riptide 5900. All right, let's start a descent, folks. We're going to go ahead and throw this in there. We're going to go down to 1614, not even close, 14,000.
ND Center,
set.
Frontier Flight 2114.
Come down here.
Runway 36
Take
right,
this
CBG.
off. Boop. Okay, we're going to go vertical speed. Indicate vertical speed. Here we come.
Drop it. 2114.
We got to get it down to at least 1,500 feet a minute.
The winds are calm. Runway 36 right, clear for takeoff.
Let's see what that does.
the Hags, clear for takeoff 36 right, Frontier Flight 2114.
There we go. Now your flight director, going to shut off altitude hold. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just pitch this down to a good, yeah, about right there. That's a good 1,500.
Your mic was very quiet, unreadable.
Back to 44, leave for 10 minutes.
Shoot.
Back to 454, I can give you 8.
Okay, folks, we just hit La Fox.
All right.
We got La Fox now. We're going to go to...
the center here in about 8 minutes.
Back to 44, how's that?
Coffee's next.
Indy Center United, 1422 at 2,800, climbing for 5,000 on runway heading.
1422, Indy Center, radar contact. Trying to maintain level 340. Go direct the Terre Haute VOR.
Right, clear direct to the VOR and 340 United.
We'll bring it down about 2,000 feet now.
1422.
There we go. I want to get it down pretty quick. All right, 280 now. I'm going to transition. There we go. So everybody in the chat, we're headed down to Louisville. Like I said, I'm a big history buff, so I read all these books and I just visited Boston. I went to Boston and I absolutely, absolutely love it. I could have spent, weeks just studying, walking around all the spots and the cool history that we have there is just amazing. Especially if you're a history person, you would love it. And I was like a pig in the mud.
Hotel Foxtrot.
Loved it.
Do you need me to go to Nunya or anything like that?
Nunya.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. One Hotel Foxtrot, go direct Nunya, cross Nunya at 3,000.
We got 14,000 set. It is armed.
All right, cleared.
You can see it right here. Too.
Direct Nunya, 3,000. Cleared RNAV 24 approach into Bowman. One Hotel Foxtrot.
Butterfly 2114, radar contact the altitude.
3.7.
Butterfly 2114, climb and maintain, flight level 360.
Climb maintain, flight level 360 for Frontier Flight 2114.
So, it was Paul Revere. He had a lot of people. It was his like idea.
1642 to center maintain, flight level 340.
Paul Revere was one of those guys that was just, he was in the middle of everything. He was kind of like the first, I would say, intelligence kind of person for us. He would dispatch intelligence message, and he was a message writer, courier essentially, and he was much more than that, right? And he would run up and he would tell this town what's going on, and that town would send a rider, and that town would send a rider, and that's how the message spread. So his midnight ride came in. He told Lexington, the town of Lexington, it was just north of Charlestown, to get out right? He's like, get out there. The regulars are coming. And really, he did it he needed to find Samuel Adams and John Hancock, who were sleeping in a tavern very close there in Lexington. And he's like, get up. They want to arrest you because they're going to throw you two in prison. That was the intelligence anyway. They really weren't. The regulars really weren't doing that. When I say regulars, folks, I mean the British, right? I can't say when I was a kid, I heard, oh, British are coming, the British are coming. They didn't say that because they were British. So for them, what do you mean? Where the you have the loyalists, right? And you have the regulars, the rebels. The regulars, British soldiers, call these guys rebels.
Center, good evening.
It's kind of how it happened.
1455.
So, and he'd go yelling across everybody. He actually did it quietly. Woke up the militias. So all the militias woke up, and they would send messengers to different towns, all the way up, pretty much to Sussex, in New England. And then all these militia would come down throughout the night to meet the Brits. It was
Alpha. I'm sorry, but I'm new
crazy.
to this. How do I get back to Lexington on tower?
Really cool story.
Romeo Alpha, Indy Center. Well, we got a couple issues here. First of all, you just kind of disappeared from my frequency and set your transponder back to 1200. You're not really supposed to be doing that.
Copy that, India Center. I'm sorry about that.
All right, there's Lexington. There's LaFox. And then from LaFox, we're going to go Kofi.
Squawk tree
or Coffee.
Tree and ident.
So there we go. We got Coffee coming up. 280 on the speed. So I would assume there's no history, people. You guys you gotta be kidding me. You don't want to hear the boring. It's not boring, by the way. It's a really very interesting story on how that thing won, and then you have a ragtag of farmers with muskets. That's kind of how this thing was defended.
India Center, this is November 106 Romeo Alpha, squawk 3273.
Number 6 Romeo Alpha, the squawk code is tree 723.
India Center, squawk code is 323. Can I get that last number, please?
3273.
3723. 3723.
Okay, folks, there's 20,000, and we're doing pretty good. We're just
turn left heading 360.
Left 360, Boeing 773, I think.
We're at Coffee here, and then we're going to A-Brush.
Canadian 282s with you checking in at flight level 370.
And in 282 Indy Center, welcome aboard.
So we got A-Brush from there. We got Cobbs.
India Center, November
and at between 16 and 14. So I'm going to keep it going.
6 Romeo Alpha, radar contact 21 miles east to the Lexington Airport. Is that your intention?
He's probably going, what?
November 106 Romeo Alpha. Is it possible if I can land back at Lexington?
Number 6 Romeo Alpha, fly heading 280 vectors for Lexington.
India Center, fly back heading 287.
And the heading is 280.
Okay, folks, here's 18,000. Here we go.
Is 280.
We're going to tune
you don't need to say
3019.
Every single time. You can just say 280, November 6 Romeo Alpha.
Copy that, November 106 Romeo Alpha. Thank you for that.
1 Delta Foxtrot, the winds are calm, runway 24, code orange.
3090. No, 3019. $30.19, folks. There and there, and we'll do a checklist.
And Boeing 773, traffic 12 o'clock, 10 miles southbound, turning westbound. The Skyhawk at 4,000.
4 Electron 6 Romeo Alpha.
Max 44 is not back.
American 454, contact Memphis Center 132.55.
Descent check. Altimeters and set. Altimeters and bugs are set and cross-checked. I'm going to go ahead and click approach. VRF and V target. We've set it and noted it. Auto brake.
Low contact 132.5.
Auto brake on this airplane. Yeah, so we're going to go auto brake medium, minimum. Plenty of runway. Start switches coming on. Continuous is open. Boop. There we go. Cooling doors. I'm going to leave it to him. And hydraulic pumps all on. It should be on. Yep. Good.
773.
Okay, we got 14,000 coming up.
Cross Reba at 3,000.
We're going to keep it going. We've got 13,000 here.
Circle to 22.
Direct Reba cleared RNAV.
13. Let's go to 11. Keep it on trucking. So I'm going to click this. We're going to click it again. And we're going to keep on trucking, folks.
Number 6, Romeo Alpha. Turn right heading 2 at 900.
Okay, folks, we're heading in there pretty good.
Romeo Alpha, turn right heading 2 at 900.
November 106, Romeo Alpha, heading 290. I keep on.
American 290.
Okay, we got Liddell. We got Liddell.
Indianapolis Center, 1 Hotel Foxtrot is established on the RNAV 24 approach.
On the Foxtrot, runway 24, go to land.
Land runway 24, 1 Hotel Foxtrot.
All right, Liddell, folks, 11,000 on bottom altitude here.
Service terminated, free to change.
We're going to keep on going.
Free change approved, United 1422.
Keep on descent here, down to 9,000 now. All right, again, same thing. You want to disarm this, rearm it. There we go. We'll have to start slowing down here from when we get to 10.
290, contact Washington Center, 133.72.
Going to 133.72, American 290. Have a great night. Thanks.
We'll take a visual on it, either 17. Okay, we have got heading to 11,000. We're good to go. We're going to go down to 9,000 there at Soda. Okay.
Flight 58. Oh, Flight 58 to set a maintain 4,000.
250 on the speed. Brakes coming out. Okay, speed brakes are out. We're going to slow the aircraft down, 250. Keep on trucking. We're going to go down to 7,000 now. Disconnect, reconnect. There we are. Speed brakes out. We're going to slow the aircraft down, push the brakes in.
Zulu, how do you read?
Loud and clear. American 1642, descend and maintain, flight level 280. 280, American 1642.
250 on the speed. We're down on the 9,000. We're going to go down to 7.
The 5900, which runway would you like to land?
It doesn't matter. It's up to you. We're going to UPS.
All right, expect the visual approach, runway 17 left.
We'll expect the visual 17 left, riptide 5900. Okay, we got a visual approach lined up. I'm going to go ahead and throw the, let's get the ILS tune, 111.905. All right. And
runway 24, going back to east ramp.
1 Hotel Foxtrot, taxi broken via Alpha across runway 33.
Okay, after this,
go to west ramp via Alpha and then cross runway 33, 1 Hotel Foxtrot.
I thought you said east ramp.
We got Louis.
Indianapolis International 7578 Zulu. How do you read?
After Louis, we're going to go to Rhoda. Let's
Air
go make
Control
sure
radio
we're
check,
good to
loud and
go
clear.
here with Rhoda. Where the heck are you? Yep,
Delta
Rhoda.
Foxtrot, say again, you got
6,000.
that done.
Rhoda, 6,000. Here we go. Disconnect.
It looks like west ramp was Alpha, and then just right over there in the cross runway 33.
Yeah, but now you're going the wrong direction compared to west ramp.
Okay, I'm going to start slowing the aircraft down. We're going to slow down to about 210. About right there. We don't want to. You don't want to do that too much, so
Right,
we're going to go down to
marking is-
6,000
You
feet.
sure you're going to the west ramp or are you going somewhere else?
7578 Zulu. How do you read?
Good on speed.
Indy, I'll go west ramp here. I'll just go straight and across runway 23.
Why is it?
All right, Flight Flight 858, turn right turn, heading 310.
Whatever.
Right turn, heading 31.
Okay, Rhoda, 6,000. 210 on the speed. I'm looking at my wind.
Boeing 773, contact tower 119.1.
Otis Tower, Boeing 773.
Tell me the Louisville is not on.
Number 6,
Lexington
runway
Tower.
Alpha, make straight in runway 22.
Okay, there's 6,000 at Rhoda. We're going to stay at 6,000, folks.
November 106 Romeo Alpha, straight into runway 22.
So we're at Rhoda. We're going to stay there. Now I'm just going to go ahead and pull this down and show you. Okay, there's level. Green. Hold. We're doing about 210 right now on the speed. Nice and slow for them. Mushy. As long as we stay above 199, we're good. No.
American 54, say Mach number.
0.8 for the Mach number for American 54.
American 54, maintain Mach 0.78 or less.
Okay, we're going to
American
Stins at 6,000. Alright, I'm looking for the airport. I got the airport in sight. Nah, Louisville's right here.
Number 6, Romeo Alpha, contact tower 119.1.
So weird. I don't know why it's doing that.
Indianapolis Center, November 106 Romeo Alpha, contact Lexington 119.1.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Alright, V speed, I need 138. Everybody remember that for me? That's the speed I want. I think I know why. I'm going to turn off the auto throttle here in a minute. Once they start vectoring us around. It'll be a visual approach. Once I kick the auto throttle off, then
Center Boeing 773.
it should set it.
1773, incinerator contact.
Okay, we got Stens and then McCall or Stens. Is it
773 Heavy, what's your next request?
Like VOR Alpha for Boeing 773 Heavy.
America 1642, Chicago's offline, radar service terminated, frequency change produced.
Clearly, America 1642.
1773, turn left heading 180, vectors approach.
Left 180 Boeing 773 Heavy. And Boeing 773 Heavy would like the full procedure from the VR.
Sounds good.
Any 17 APD might clear approach for 36 right.
Good question, Flight 858. Does center maintain 3000. Turn right heading 030, join the runway 36 right localizer.
Descend maintain 3000, join 36 right localizer, airport with Frontier 858.
In the center, leading at 177. 16,000 on the Columbus to
Okay, there's our next waypoint. 6,000.
Center, descend via the Cbus 2 arrival. Runway 28 right, the Columbus altimeter 3021, and you are ready for contact.
3021.
Airport's right there. See it. Not this one. This one. See the city? It's going to be a beautiful approach.
58, you're 5 miles from Troyes. Maintain 3000 until established in the localizer with the ILS runway 28 right approach. Center Flight 58, cleared the ILS runway 36 right approach.
I think that's Kentucky Bowman. This one's Louisville.
Riptide 5900, center maintain 3000.
Down to 3,000. Riptide 5900. Okay, 3,000. Here we go.
Good evening, Rick.
Disconnect.
4761.
Hit cell. Caught it. Vertical speed.
4761, Indy Center, welcome aboard.
Altitude select. Speed slow. Want to give about 1,200 feet a minute.
Center Flight 858, the winds are calm, runway 36 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 36 right, Frontier 858.
And Boeing 773, clear to Lexington VOR at Lexington VOR. Cleared the VOR Alpha approach. Report procedure and inbound.
Alright, direct the VOR, cleared for the approach, and we'll report inbound, Boeing 773 Heavy.
Okay, we got to go further than that. Let's give him a good rate. Okay, we're at my call, and then we're going to be turning. He's going to give us a left turn here. We can start getting the flap out, setting us up. There's 5,000. I'm going to go ahead a little quicker.
Indianapolis International
down the chute.
Clearance delivery 7578 Zulu is ready to receive VFR departure.
See the city right there? Basically on extended downwind is what we're doing. Coming down 3,000. Good on speed. Okay, there's McCall, and we're going to go...
5900, turn left heading 270. The airport will be 3 o'clock and 10 miles reported inside.
Okay, left turn 270, Riptide 5900, and we're looking. Heading select. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this off, and we're going to go heading select. Boom. Okay, 270 on the heading. And we're gonna have to start 3,000. Can't see a thing.
5900, did you say you had the field in sight?
Negative, sir. We are in some kind of a fog. Haze.
Okay, 5900. Turn left heading 200. Join the runway 17 left localizer.
Okay, 200, and we'll join the 17 left localizer, Riptide 5900. Okay, I want to start slowing down. Okay, you ready? This is off.
Head number 7578 Zulu in the center. Say aircraft type, direction of flight or destination if you want flight following, and your requested cruise altitude.
Aircraft is a type longitude, so C700. We're requesting a east departure, and we request 12,500.
Got the speed.
Flight
Flaps coming in.
to John Glenn International. John Glenn Columbus International.
Heading select. Son of a. I got it.
Riptide 5900, it's supposed to be a 200 heading. So left turn heading 150 to rejoin.
Got it now. 150 on the heading. Riptide 5900.
5900, do you have the field in sight or is it still a negative?
Yeah, we got it in sight now.
Riptide 5900, good visual approach, runway 17 left.
Okay, visual approach 17 left, 5900. Flap 15. Whoa, that's too much. Flaps 15 right there. Slow it down.
Legend 177 and fly heading
Landing checks.
190, just to maintain 3000 vectors approach.
Why did he drop my gear? Gosh. I didn't want the gear down right now, dude. I got it. What the heck, man? That's the flap.
Right, 54, contact Washington Center on 133.72.
Alright, 3372, American 54, we'll see how it goes.
Indy Center, Frontier 858, clear 36 right.
Number 0, Sierra Bravo, contact Washington Center 133.72.
Alright, 3372, over to Washington. You're Sierra Bravo.
Flight Flight 858, taxi straight into parking.
Straight into parking. Have a nice evening. Thanks for your help. Frontier 858.
Riptide 5900, the winds are calm, runway 17 left, clear to land.
Okay, cover the winds. 17 left, clear to land. Riptide 5900.
November 78 Zulu,
Gear down.
maintain VFR at or below.
We're a little on the high side, folks.
500.
And fast.
Departure is this frequency, squawk 3706.
VFR departure maintaining 4,500 feet. Departure frequency is this frequency with squawk 3706. 780.
Yeah, Flight 2114, if you haven't already
I can't
contacted
see a
Memphis Center
frickin' thing
132.55.
No, we'll switch to Memphis Center 132.55, Frontier Flight 2114, thanks to you.
We are getting in all sorts of
Alaska
bumps.
9781, like to start descent.
Good on speed.
Alaska 9781. We'll go ahead and send you off to Unicom here. Cleveland Center's closed. Air service terminated for you to change bridge.
First, you change route, have good evening, Alaska 9781.
Okay, watching this. I got it. Correcting.
Regard 4761, center maintains level 220.
Straight ahead.
Level 220, break start 4761.
Gosh. I'm fighting the trim. I got the runway in sight. I'm fighting the trim. I'm fighting the airplane.
And Allegiant 177, fly heading
right there.
200.
Looking good. In the slot. At 1,000.
You must have misheard me on the heading. It was supposed to be a
Good on
190
speed.
Yep, I
She
know
is
it as
getting
soon as I
bounced
came
all
up
over
there,
the place, you guys. Gear down, 3 green. I've got the speed brake when we land. If we need to do miss, that was pretty dicey. I'm going to keep the speed right there. We should be about 140-ish.
73, contact Lexington Tower 119.1.
Damn, we're in bed now.
Check.
Going 7 degrees.
Check.
100.
Station 770, 1 to 77, turn right heading 260, join the runway 28 right localizer.
Come on, you beast. There it is. Speed brakes. Reversers. 3 in the green there. And that's all. I got the plane. Brakes are off. All 3 reversers out.
78 Zulu, are you ready for taxi?
78 Zulu, waiting taxi instructions.
Right, over 78 Zulu, information India is current at Indianapolis. The altimeter 3022. Runway 2 tree right, taxi via Mike Alpha, cross runway 14 Alpha.
Current information India, altimeter 30.0, 30.22.
Guys, I thought I was gonna have to do a go around.
Going to runway
I was getting
right
ready to do a
by
missed
Mike
approach. No
Alpha
joke.
Across runway 14.
Because that was not a visual.
72.
I mean, I had it lined up obviously with the ILS, but it was getting a little dicey on that approach. Okay, we're gonna bring it into ramp 4.
Brickyard 4761, contact Atlanta Center 132.907.
Atlanta Center 132.97, Brickyard 4761.
I got the aircraft. We'll do an after landing check here in just a minute.
Legend 177, you're 8 miles from Wynot. Maintain 3,000 to establish on the localizer. Clear the ILS. Runway 28, right approach.
Bring down to establish, clear 28, right approach. Legion 137.
All right, folks, welcome to Louisville with a little bit of fog. I don't know what was going on that one. That's why you always want to make sure you get the
Blue Streak
pack it up to the
5289
ILS.
with you at 2 point level 260.
5289, Indy Center, welcome aboard.
Welcome on board. I overshot 260. I'm trying to figure it out now. My CRJ is not responding with me pretty nicely. I should be leveling out soon though.
Checking those engines out. That's pretty cool. Here we got gate 5.
Legion 177, the winds are 010 at 6, runway 28 right, clear to land.
Right, clear to land, 177.
Okay, ramp 4. We're going to go 5. Oh. Get right there. That's where we're going, folks.
Spare wings 1455, contact Atlanta Center 132.7, or 133. Nope, that's wrong frequency. It's 132.907.
3297, Spirit Wings 1455. Thanks, have a good night. See ya.
I overshot that, didn't I?
Hey, this is Blue Streak 5289. Could I step away for around 3 minutes? I'm gonna go get and get a snack.
Let me know when you're back.
Okay, brakes up.
All right, sorry. I did this with ATL Center and he wasn't real happy with me.
Yeah, Atlanta gets cranky easy sometimes.
Yeah, I know. Very much so. Indianapolis is probably the best out of you guys.
Agreed. All right, welcome to Louisville, which very interesting approach, that's for sure. Wasn't the prettiest approach I've ever done, that's for sure. But we're here. That's what matters. But I really did think we were going. I was like, we're going to go around. Like, there's no way we're going to be able to see this dang runway. It was foggy. I did have a visual on it, but barely. But he cleared me for the ILS, so we, either way, we were still good. Let's go ahead and make sure that we're on the, yep, we're on the, you could tell we're on the APU because there's no lights here. And so that's what you'd want to see. We're going to go ahead and throw this off. Number 1's coming off now. Clear that. Overhead panel. We're going to do a couple things. We're going to shut these off. You should have done that. Okay, that's off. Those are off. That's off. That's off. That's off. Beacon is now off. Wings are off. Okay, I'm going to go in the back here. We'll turn on the door. Get the door open. come over here. Get this open here. That's on. Open that door. There it comes. And while it's doing that, I'm going to call GSX. We're going to say deboarding, not available. What? That wasn't a very good parking. I know. Well, the APU is burning here. I'm going to try to... This is a UPS facility. I'm sure they have ground power for us. Probably right here. Let's see. Why does it say deplaning not available? That's so weird. Cargo stand not available. Airplane what? Whatever. Okay. I'm going to assume they have power, so they're going to give us ground power. We'll get on that. And we'll get the airplane ready. Now this goes to Newark, New Jersey in our next run, so we'll do that. That was basically a raw approach, folks. The speed got to 160. A little behind the airplane on the approach, you know, just let the speed creep in. I was turning the airplane, trying to look for the runway at the same time as the speed kicked. And I saw 160 and it went flap right away, and it pushed them up. And it pushed them up, pushed the nose over to prevent that stall. It was close, but I was behind, a little bit behind the airplane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at aircraft, and I'm going to set the chocks, and I'm going to go ahead and open the forward entry door, because we'll use that to exit. And then we're going to go ahead and click ground power connect. And I'm going to take a look and see what we got. You can see this right here where it says AC connected with the light on. That's good. Let's go ahead and throw it on the bus. And external power now. External power is on. We're going to shut the APU off. Good. I don't want to burn any fuel is what I'm trying to do. Stop the fuel burn here. We're not going to do any securement of the cockpit or anything. We just make sure our pumps are off. Good, good. We'll come up here and we'll make sure packs are off. They are off now. These are open, that's fine. We can keep these closed until we get the APU lit, and that's good. Then you would open these doors. We don't really need them right now, but that's good to go. All right. That's it. Time in is 11:05 local. I don't fly this jet nearly enough. I need to fly it a lot more to get really comfortable in it. Anyway. What was our minimums? Let's see, 17 left minimums would have been about 200 feet. So we saw the runway way before then. I saw the runway pretty much. Are the pumps on? They should be off. Okay, we got to shut these pumps off. These don't matter. They're engine driven. That should have shut that. Yeah, you can hear the pumps off now. Good. That's it. Dan the man, what's up? Jason, is Coastal going to get a max? Oh, we couldn't afford one. Damn. Not right now. Try reposition aircraft current gate. See if that works. Okay, we can try it. Let's see. Reposition aircraft. Gate 5. No, wait a minute. Cargo stand. Hold on. We need to be on 4. I think I hit the wrong one. Let me see if I can do that again. Let's get away from that. GSX, did it reset it? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to say reposition aircraft. Ramp 4, 5. Request follow me. Just warp me there. There we go. I'm in like 2 feet. Really? Request deboarding? Yeah, here we go. We're talking, folks. They don't do the aft cargo themselves? They should. Alright guys, we're going to get the mail off the airplane, get it all dumped out, and I got to write down the numbers on the fuel. That's what I got to do right now. Do you want to reboard the crew? No, I don't. We're going to be in here for another leg. We've got to go to... Yeah, that was just a bad parking job, Dan. That's what that was. It's my bad. Alright, let's do this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 3.56, 3.6 center tank, 1, 2, 3.570. We got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. 3 point what? 3.3? 3.350, somewhere around there. That's our fuel. Awesome. Let me get paid. I got to get paid. Let's go ahead and request it. We've burned 15,000 pounds of fuel. We took off with 20 block fuel, 25,000, around there. 9 minutes on the taxi out, landing fuel. Blocked on at 10,000. Burned about 15,000 pounds. So, file the flight. Let's get it in the books. Nice. Take it in. Dan says, hey, I got a package in that plane. I need it ASAP. Exactly right. So that's what we're doing here. We've got, we're doing, so are they not coming this side? Or are they saying they're waiting for me to open doors? Because I can open the doors here. Let's get these back doors open. Aft cargo, forward cargo. We'll get all that open there on the back side. There you go. So what we're going to do, honestly, we've got a contract for the mail. UPS now has a contract as of September 30th. So the UPS took it over from FedEx. And I want to see something. This weather just kind of creeped in on us, didn't it? Very hazy. I don't know if the real world weather captured it or not. Nope, it's still saying 10 miles with a few clouds at 800. That's probably what that was, that 800 kind of a fog bank. It was pretty foggy out there. They're landing north, though, in real life, so. All right, that's it, man. We'll watch them get this off the aircraft. But I'm super excited. Those members... I'm going to post it right now on the 3 concepts that we have because it's in the painter's order, and I've picked a couple of them. So I'll put a post out there for our members on our Discord channel, and you could choose which one you think you'd like the best. And again, we're getting 3 727s. This is one of them, and one's going to be painted retro, and the other 2 are going to be painted, or 2 will be painted in retro. The other 1 will be painted in our corporate colors. Oh, look at this dude. He's a UPS dude. That's cool. Yeah, so this is mail from the U.S. Postal Service coming from their sorting facility in Jacksonville. And we're going to be loading up mail again going to Newark. So that's kind of the day mail, is like when you see like FedEx, now UPS during the day flights like this, most of the time it's the U.S. mail coming. But that's it. Sean says, nice flight. Yeah, it's just a little behind the airplane. I think I need a little more work, practice with it. But, you know, to be honest, folks, I mean, I love the 7.2, but I got to put it away for a month. It's going to be, it's really going to be all hands on deck with the MD-80 charters, which is starting up again. So I've been studying the MD-80 flying, and I've been in the books looking at the limitations again, and I've got CQ training coming up for all coastal pilots. Probably mid-October I got to film some stuff, so it'll be released here in October, and I've got to get that done. So there's a lot of things that I've got to do, but in that recurrent training I'll be flying some MD-80 stuff, doing the recurrents. So 7.3 and MD-80. Anyway, this was fun. It's a fun airplane to fly. I absolutely love it. It really is it's a tester of, you know, it's just a test. It's a good aircraft. I like the model. It's really done really well. So that's it. You know, if you're a child of the magenta, you'll get lost in the aircraft. So yeah, I was a little bit behind, but I caught it. Nothing major. It would have been if I didn't catch it. It would have been a stall, and that was it. It was on the brink of a stall. I saw that. I slapped the flaps. You guys got to watch that again. It was right there. I was like, oh, that's not going to work. Slats, flaps, drop it, full power. It got recovered pretty fast. So, all right, folks, thanks for watching. Those members, check us out. You'll see the video in the MD-83 over to Pittsburgh. That's coming up. That'll be next week. I'll release that on Monday-ish for you folks, because they get ready to play next week on the 9th is the first game. So we'll fly them. You'll probably see it on the 8th. And then all of you folks, the rest of the public, will see the return flight on next Friday. So until next time, keep the blue side up and the brown side down. I hope you folks all had a great time. I had a good time flying it. Lots of fun. We will see you, and hopefully we'll see this aircraft again in December or November. We'll see how it goes with our schedule, but no guarantees. Anyway, have a good one, folks. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching.